Duelbar's probably gonna get the red armor, I'd imagine he does, but Suchi, with armor overstack as well as the mega health, gonna be very hard for Duelbars to get anything out of this. Good rails and some good dodges from Suchi. Going to get him the second frag of this game. As well as the yellow armor. Duelbars does not have the slow wheel to work with. Does steal that red armor away at the very least. Sushi on a roll. On the slow field. Gonna make the LG just that much easier. Not that he really needed it, but it's nice to have in the plasma not landing for Duelbars. Meaning Suchi already up by 4 frags. Oh, beautiful rail. Need those again. He's hitting 80s now. Finally misses one. Duelbar's landing his own. Will put one single frag up on the board, but very weak. Has to make sure that he doesn't get refragged, and he will. Suchi getting a very good spawn, allowing him to get the shaft right off a spawn, which will let him just push to his heart's content. Oh, beautiful defensive rocket from Duelbars, though, locking Suchi out of that yellow armor. Suchi instead going to try and hold on to this red, but if Duelbars comes flying in, there's not much he can do to stop him. Fortunately, Duelbars won't be doing that, and he even lands a nice 2 consecutive pincers on his way out. And he secures the slow field weeble once again. See if he opts to use that in this fight. Both players hard committing to rail. Suchi only at 10 health. Oh, Duelbar's dying to the shaft. Just spawn very close, though. Suchi's gonna make Duelbars a little bit more uncomfortable if he decides to go for that mega, but he won't. And the starting plasma gun on 2 HP. Suchi's gonna hit every pincer shot, and Duelbars will be falling once again. Duelbar's had enough of that garbage. She's gonna jump up with that rocket launcher and get that refrag. I'm just playing the audio cues. You hear Suchi going for this yellow, but the rockets from Suchi being very good, but the shaft from Duelbar's also doing loads of work. Suchi just gonna sneakily go grab that blue armor, make his way over to the yellow. I don't know if Duelbars can get there in time to contest. But, at the very least, he'll get the mega without any trouble. He's very stacked, and if he can open up Suchi with a rail like that, he's in a very good position to push. Unfortunately, Suchi landing just one more rail than Duelbars, meaning that the push is no longer viable, and Suchi just still committing to these rails like a madman. Gets Duelbars very weak, but there are health bubbles nearby. Unfortunately, he doesn't go to them. He's gonna get the 50, as well as replenish that shaft ammo. And if he doesn't already have the smoke weeble, I'd like to go see him get that slow field. Suchi just pushes with a rail. He just chest bumps him with a sniper rifle. Okay, you madman. And he's gonna get a second frag off a spawn as well. Duelbar's not in a position to contest this red at all. Gonna eat 80 damage. Well, Suchi already has the smoke weeble. Can't use that slow field like he's been doing. Duelbar's hoping for one of these pincer shots to land. Doesn't pick up that weeble, and I actually respect that, because he's at a very massive stack advantage, and if he picks it up, live or die, that's not going to be up for another 30 seconds. Don't dislike that decision. But he's not able to deal any damage to Suchi as he picks up that yellow armor, or blue armor, excuse me. Duelbars, however, was able to steal away that yellow, I believe, in very good position for the red. Shaft's out. Another player extremely healthy for the shaft fight. Suchi just not even going to bother with it. Gonna start setting up for mega. Well, so is Duelbars, however, and the mega already up. Gonna go to Duelbars. And now Duelbars on the offensive. Probably we're gonna try and string one or two together. But and there we go, one rail. Red armor picked up. He's moving in quickly. Not able to land the second rail. Locks himself in the corner. Lands a good rocket splash. Shaft out. And Suchi is getting evaporated. The close range shaft of Jewel Bars. The Mega up for Jewel Bars as well. He could definitely squeeze out 1 or 2 more frags by the time the next Mega is up. As Suchi only having the blue armor to work with. And now Jewel Bars has access to that slow field if he so desires to use it. Not going to. Although with the yellow up soon, he's just going to let Suchi go get that. Mega up in a little bit. Both players just waiting for the sound cues. Jewel Bars jumps in very quickly. Shafts out for both players. Jewel Bars gets control of that Mega. Suchi pushes that. That unfortunately doesn't land the pincer. But now it will land, but he's still very close range. A little bit of an interesting weapon choice from Jewel Bars. Got Suchi now going to push him, gets locked in the corner. Oh, beautiful movement. Able to hit that rail. Now, Jewel Bars now. He is able to get that red off of spawn. Fortunately, a little too slow to stop Suchi from getting the Mega, but Suchi's eating lots of rockets. One direct will kill him. It doesn't even matter. The shaft very, very, very good from Suchi. Gonna lock Jewel Bars out of control, and as well as that 80 damage pincer. Gonna make sure Jewel Bars isn't comfortable in the slightest and not even able to get away with his life. The door. Not able to block the pincer for him. Oh, and Suchi's still just landing 80 damage shots. Oh, and he does it again in close range. Oh my god. I think that's 6 or 7 consecutive pincer shots. Jewel Bars is able to get that Mega off of spawn, but a minute and a half left. You need to start getting points on the board, buddy. And he just gets locked into the corner. The rocket's just tearing him to pieces. A minute left. Jewel Bars has to hope he can put himself in a good enough position to make up 10 frags, 11 frags. Be it now, between now and the time limit, or between now and Suchi's golden frag. Fortunately for Jewel Bars, Suchi does have the Smoke Weevil, meaning that the slow field is still an option that he has to work with. But he needs to play very carefully, as Suchi is massively stacked and out for the frag, and he's just not even going to wait for the golden frag timer. He's going to start now, and kills him a little too quickly. And not able to end the game right now. But 12, leading by 12 frags, it shouldn't be much of a concern. But still something I feel I should point out. Both players trading a rail. Jewel Bars not able to land any defensive damage. Suchi just gonna end it right there and now.
Outpost Junior.
Oh. Tournament point for Sushi. Jewel Bars. If he wins this, it will also be a tournament point for him. But, I don't remember who won this map the last time they played. I'm pretty sure Suchi 2-0'd, but I could be wrong about that. Either way, he'll be immediately securing the pincer as well as the red armor. Doesn't opt to pick up that rocket launcher just yet. He's going to try and fight Jewel Bars for this yellow. And with the shaft, he might just be able to do it. The plasma not doing enough for Jewel Bars. And now, Suchi can seek to establish control. Blue armor going the way of Jewel Bars, though, and I think the red will as well. There it goes. And Suchi not able to get any damage off of that. We'll be looking to cut Jewel Bars off from this mega. But, don't think it will happen. Jewel Bars he might just squeeze out a kill right here now before he goes for the mega. That is what he'll do. And, would not at all be surprised to see him just bolt over to the red. Yellow's up. This stops to just deal lots of damage to Suchi. Red will be his quite comfortably. He's playing the sound cues, trying to find out where Suchi's hiding at. He sees him, not able to land the pincer. But now he can get a pretty good idea of where he's going. Good rocket splash. Good initial pincer from Suchi, but now he's caught in a corner. Fortunately for him, Duel Bars actually shoots the side of the window. He eats that second spam rocket. Now, fight over this yellow. A little risky from Suchi, but it works out. I think he had the red under his belt, actually. But it's still going up the jump pad against a shaft. The absolute madman. Just very narrowly surviving that with 2 HP. Duel Bar's finally going to shut him down. Catching him on the restack. And Duel Bar's with the red. Gonna be very comfortable. Suchi just leaping and shaft out. Gets thrown into the corner, but hits his own rocket, so Duel Bars will fall. Only leading by 1 frag now. And Suchi with this mega and this yellow, it's gonna be comfortable. Definitely do some damage, and in a very good position for this red. Duel Bars just has to hope for some amount of damage on Suchi's exit. Doesn't quite happen though. A good splash in that choke point. As well as a blue armor under his belt. Suchi still in a good position, but he needs to not get too comfortable. Does have that smoke weevil to work with now. That's the pinch to start off with. No, Duel Bars was able to secure that mega. As well as an exiting pincer. Now Suchi himself has the red. Should be a pretty even fight. Should just come down to aim, and Suchi opening up with that 70 damage pincer. Gonna make it a little harder for Duel Bars to come out on top. Suchi, you clown. Good LG through the smoke. And able to secure the red. Duel Bar's gonna steal the mega right out from under him though, and the Hyper Blaster doing so much. And understands that Suchi's going to be watching that yellow armor, baits out the shot first before he goes for it. Still eats 2 pincers anyways, that's 130 damage back to back. And now, very close range, Suchi's able to get that red. But Duel Bar's got the frag, but he's still very weak. That's definitely within refrag territory. Suchi is close, and with the blue armor. Duel Bars needs some very good defensive damage. Sitting on the yellow. I don't think that's the next item. Oh, there it goes. Never mind. Duel Bar still gets a fantastic spawn for that mega. Suchi hammer out. I respect it. Goes for it. It works. He's now in the lead. He has the red to work with. Duel Bar's re-engaging very early. Plasma not doing too much. And Suchi able to not only get the frag, but also a pincer. And the Super Blaster doing lots of damage, but not enough. Suchi now leading by 3 frags. Leaping back in. Duel Bars deals a decent amount of damage, but that blaster that puts him within rocket splash range, and he's just gonna jump in. Not able to use the wall to his advantage. Gets the mega. Suchi landing some great defensive rails, but he's still here. Now he's missing. Duel Bars panics, goes through the teleporter, able to steal the red in the mid-air. Gonna start closing the gap once again. Suchi over. Fantastic spawn for that yellow. Able to secure a shaft as well, and we've seen him be very proficient with that weapon. Doesn't have access to a rocket launcher, and he's just eating lots of damage. Duel Bar's expecting the drop, didn't quite happen, and then, he's gonna land the direct, but at what cost? So far it seems his life in the red armor. We'll see what Duel Bars can get off of his spawn. That will be the yellow. I hope he picked up the shaft, but that mega will finally let him outstack Suchi, and that missed rail is going to open the door for Duel Bars to just come running in with the shaft, and he is able to refrag. And the hammer out once again. Not going to work as well this time, but you'll love to see it anyways. I think it should be up very shortly, if not already. Suchi only leading by 1 frag. It does have a decent amount of armor to work with, but oh, and there's the mega. Duel Bar's not able to push Suchi back down the lift. Very weak. Suchi's just going to jump into the shaft. Ate lots of damage, but did just enough to secure the frag, now leading by 2 once again. Dubar's able to get that red. Neither player landing too much damage, but the shaft from Suchi just hitting every cell, seemingly. Getting launched across the room, but it doesn't mean shit when he's hitting this much. Explosive Weeble is going to push him back down that hole. But, I don't think that'll mean too much for Duel Bars, because that hole contains the yellow armor as well as access to the red. So, and with that direct, Sushi will be very comfortable of taking that fight. I think Suchi's has gotten every big item on the map in this rotation. Duel Bars wants to fight this. He's getting good damage, but he's not even matching the damage of Suchi. And with the stack disadvantage, that's lights out for Duel Bars. Blaster is doing quite a lot of damage, but quite a lot is still not enough. And Suchi still comfortable just running these items. I'm not sure if he thinks that Duel Bars picked up that mega, but now he will. Suchi probably could have fought for that. Might not have been the smartest thing, but ooh, he thinks it's up soon. Gonna lock Duel Bars out of that, but Duel Bars already has it. You know, he finally does realize that. His hesitation will allow Duel Bars to also pick up the red. Duel Bars is now very stacked. This map is known for comebacks, and he's only down by 6. Fortunately, Suchi does pick up that yellow, so make it a bit harder, but the shaft from Duel Bars doing enough work to at least force Suchi out of this. Suchi lands the rail, not able to land the second one. I think that might have killed, but it would have. Now, Duel Bars, once again with both major items, just has to cut Suchi off somewhere in the middle of the map. But start mounting his comeback, only down by 5 frags now. A little too patient right now. Suchi just jumping around and gets all the information that he wants. Suchi not able to get any damage as Duel Bars picks up that red. Just gonna listen for the timing on that mega, it seems like. Able to secure the blue as well. And that sticks to the shaft fight, jumps into the corner. Duel Bars just gonna pounce on him. And for frag number 8, now down to a frag deficit of 4. This is still absolutely manageable for Duel Bars. It's up to Suchi to kind of put a stop to that. He already has the yellow to work with. I think he also just picked up the blue. So as long as he can get damage before Duel Bars is able to get damage, Suchi can still secure this. Duel Bars is able to get the mega, but the portal will allow him to get to red before Suchi can comfortably secure that. Shaft not doing too much for either player. Suchi does land the rail. And he drops down, landing another. And Suchi gonna run away, not want to risk that rail trade. Oh, the high ground damage from Duel Bars with the rockets. I didn't actually know he could... Wait. That grape blocked the pincer, but didn't block the rocket. That's rather bizarre either way. That's exactly what Suchi needs to put a stop to Duel Bars' momentum, and this mega will just further affirm that, and as well as that 80 damage rail. And that shaft. 10 seconds to golden frag. It was an excellent effort from Duel Bars. It's not over yet, but I would not be surprised if that were the beginning of the end, as it were. Oh, and just a little bit too fast with that rail. Once again, sending the golden frag. Let's see. Not likely, but let's see if Duel Bars can get anything out of this. The shaft fight. You're in the corner against rockets. Suchi fortunately misses that rail, but it lands the next one. And now, Suchi will win Rocket Jump Zone Duel Cup #1.